Most people think power comes from talent, from intelligence, from being born into the right circumstances. But real power, the kind that lasts, the kind that can't be taken away, comes from one thing: discipline. Because discipline is what separates the weak from the strong, the average from the unstoppable. The Stoics knew this. They didn't rely on luck. They didn't wait for motivation. They built their lives around discipline, and today we're going to break down exactly why discipline is the foundation of true power. Because if you don't have discipline, you don't have control. And if you don't have control, you have nothing. Motivation is a lie. Discipline is real. You ever hear someone say, "I just don't feel motivated today"? Like that's a good enough excuse to sit around and do nothing. That's because most people treat motivation like it's a requirement, like they can't act unless they feel like it. But motivation is nothing. It's a spark, a feeling, and like all feelings, it fades. Discipline, though, discipline is a system. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're not in the mood, if today just doesn't feel right. Discipline gets it done anyway. That's the difference. That's why disciplined people win. Because while others are waiting to feel ready, they're already moving. Discipline equals freedom, weakness, chains. Most people think discipline is limiting, that having strict habits, routines, and self-control makes life boring. But the truth is the complete opposite. Discipline gives you freedom. Freedom from bad habits, freedom from distractions, freedom from being controlled by emotions and impulses. You ever see someone who can't stop scrolling, who can't stop eating junk, who can't wake up without hitting snooze 10 times? They think they're free, but they're not. They're prisoners of their own weaknesses. Because when you can't control yourself, everything else controls you. But the disciplined person, they wake up when they say they will, they train when they don't feel like it, they work when others quit, and because of that, they're in control of their own lives. That's power. Emotions won't save you, discipline will. Most people let their emotions run the show. If they feel good, they work hard. If they don't, they slack off, and that's why they stay stuck. Because waiting to feel good before you act is weakness. The Stoics, they knew this. They didn't make decisions based on emotions. They made decisions based on principles. Discipline is a principle. It's a choice you make, regardless of how you feel. You don't brush your teeth because you're motivated. You do it because it's necessary. You don't go to work because you're inspired. You do it because it has to be done. So why would you only work on your goals, your growth, your success, when you feel like it? Discipline says, it doesn't matter how I feel, I do it anyway. And because of that, disciplined people succeed, while the weak make excuses. Discipline builds confidence. You ever see someone who just moves differently? They don't seek attention. They don't try too hard, yet people respect them. That's because discipline builds self-respect. And self-respect commands respect from others. When you know that you don't cut corners, that you follow through, that you do what you said you would, you carry yourself differently. You don't need external validation because you trust yourself. Most people, they doubt themselves. Not because they're weak, but because they keep breaking promises to themselves. They say they'll wake up early and they hit snooze. They say they'll go to the gym and they make excuses. And every time they do, they lose a little more confidence in themselves. But the disciplined person, they don't break promises. They don't negotiate with laziness. And because of that, they walk with certainty. And certainty is power. Final thought. If you want power, get disciplined. At the end of the day, power doesn't belong to the strongest, the smartest, or the most gifted. It belongs to the ones who show up day after day, whether they feel like it or not. Because the world doesn't respect potential, it respects results. And results come from discipline. Discipline equals power. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline is what separates the ones who talk from the ones who execute. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start moving. Because the stronger your discipline, the stronger your life.